Hi Bonnie. The noise you hear in the background is my AC, but my voice is a little bit louder, so I hope it doesn't interfere. Just sorry every time it turns on, and it's gonna be a little bit of a sound. But anyways, okay, so let's begin. So for question one, which is basically talking about the writing process, my first example I chose to talk about was basically coming up with a topic. Um, so in the past, in high school, I would most likely choose whatever topic and go with it. I wouldn't really be interested in the topics. Um, or I would just write something or choose something I knew about already, so it would be easier on me. Um, we didn't really do research papers in high school. I did one, I think, and it was a topic I was kind of like knowledgeable on. So yeah, but my essays for my English class always consisted of things we would talk about and like go over in class, or we would read a book or just like write about it, you know. Um, but all the topics that I wrote on, sorry, um, I had knowledge on, so I didn't really get to like invest my time in looking for research or looking for something. But yeah, so I didn't really get to be interested in the topic, you know, further my knowledge on this. So this is why I chose a topic that I was utterly interested in, and it was something I struggled with growing up also. So that's why I focused more on this. Um, so in high school and even in middle school, then my teachers would always get after me because my topic is autoethnography. So basically making a connection with uh, the topic with my life experiences, and I could never do that. So my teachers would always get mad at me. I would always get a talk after like every essay I would turn in because I wouldn't really focus my writing. Um, so that's why I decided to do this. So an example of this, I talk about it in podcast one, but I don't really want to hear my voice, and I thank God I have a script. So basically, what I was talking about in my podcast is so last year in 1301, you were also my English teacher. I wrote a sports related research paper, and there was a part where basically I had I don't think it was a meeting. I think you just gave me feedback on in my research paper, and you told me like I wrote everything, but there was a part where I didn't really elaborate. I didn't really give a connection, like a real world example, my like my life experience with it, right? So and you told me like everything's really good, but this part is missing. Like this what is it called? This body paragraph is missing a connection. It lacks connection. So I basically told you like I don't have a connection. I don't have a way to like relate to that, and you told me like write that, like tell your audience, tell your readers, hey, like I'm not knowledgeable on this, but here's what I think about it. Here's my opinion on it, right? And that kind of like startled me because I always thought like if I say that, my audience will be like, oh, like she doesn't know what she's talking about, right? But you were like, no, like this is what makes good writing because you're letting your readers know, right? That you don't you don't relate to it, so but this is your opinion. And I basically connected that with my background, with my what I've experienced before, and I remember I say it in my podcast, but this is the script. I basically say I remember that advice made a whole difference because it helped me solve a problem whenever whenever I wrote essays. I remember writing essays and my high school teachers giving me a whole talk about how I wouldn't provide a connection or an elaboration. Right. And this is the another part to the script, my podcast. So I basically say, in thinking back to the writing process I was taught in high school, and whenever I would write an essay, I would always feel lost in the connection part of the paragraph. At times I remember I would write something stupid or just skip that completely. And yeah, like I would always I didn't want to elaborate it, so I would just choose something I had knowledge on and I had experience with. So that's why coming up with the topic was something I chose as an example for this question, because it was something I learned to do. Something I was like, okay, you need to be not like, you need to choose something to further your own knowledge and expand your readers' knowledge. I hope that makes sense. It makes sense in my brain. So basically, in the future, this could help me whenever I have to write a paper and have no clue on what to focus on. I'm not gonna have any more English classes. This is my last one, but I know for sure, like, criminal justice, I might have to write a paper for criminal justice, for history, or whatever, another class, right? And they're gonna give me to write a research paper. I don't know why I'm stuttering a lot. Okay. So yeah, this is gonna help me within my career, within my college life career. So yeah. It's gonna help me. Also it's gonna come in handy in when I have a job in my, because I want to be a criminal justice, right? So I want to be a CSI agent. So I basically said it would come in handy in criminal justice career in the way that it would help me decide on what cases to focus, investigate, and write about in future reports. So basically, also, since I'm going to be a crime scene investigator, sorry, I'll be able to decide what cases, what things to investigate, basically, this is gonna, I hope it makes sense, because coming with a topic and then being able to put that into my life, my future life. I really hope I become a CSI agent. And yeah, so that was a wreck, I'm sorry. So for my second example, I basically say that drafting is actually helpful. So in high school, I was the type of student that I would never make drafts, if I'm being honest. Since I only had to do one essay one research paper my whole high school. Like, those 4 years of high school, I only made one. It was a sophomore year. So the only times I would write, it would be essays in ELA. So those were quizzes, and they were timed, right? So I wouldn't want to waste my time making a draft or choosing things, making a draft. I wouldn't want to waste my time making a draft when I can spend that time actually writing my essays. And I could finish it, because I was the type of person that I focus on my introduction more than I focus on the whole body paragraphs. So I would focus on actually writing it, so I could get at least halfway done, or a little bit more than halfway done, so I could get feedback on that. So yeah, a type of person that would never make drafts. I would just start writing and wing my essays. I would really wing my essays. My teachers would tell me that they were really good. I always got good grades on them, and that's what encouraged me not to draft, because I would wing my essays and get good grades. So I was like, okay, I don't have to draft. So yeah, basically it saved me time and would help me write more, since I didn't waste time drafting. So in English 1302, it has helped me with drafting and creating scripts. just like this one, like I created a whole script for my podcast. I would start writing. Oh no, wrong one. Yeah, Bonnie, your class helped me with drafting and creating scripts. Bonnie you would help us. Well, you made us like create drafts before any project, so you could see where we were and what we wanted to do. And yeah, it kind of gave us like an idea of what we wanted, what our things were gonna like look like and stuff. So it, it helped us, like it honestly did. My first two assignments were podcasts. This one was my first assignment. This is my podcast. What else? So I created an outline of things I wanted to discuss, and even created scripts because I would get lost and go off topic and would just hit all the points in a matter of minutes and it didn't even make sense. And that's very true. So this is my draft. It was right here. This is my draft for my research process and my first assignment. I wrote all the things I wanted to hit, like all the points I wanted to hit and stuff. I even like a little script and stuff, but it didn't work out with my friends. So I made a script since I was doing it on my own, and I got nervous. If I'm being really honest, I got really nervous. This is my first script, my first podcast for this class, and yeah, okay. Drafting or creating an outline will be very helpful in my life because it will allow me to see things organized and see the things I need to accomplish. I kind of already do this. I have a planner, and I see it as a way. Okay, my AC is off. I see this in my planner. I see it as a way of drafting my weeks because I see all the things I need to do throughout the week and just take time. I mean, I just need to focus. Like I need to set times and things, time limits or a special. I have like a whole whole thing for my planners and how I'm gonna do my separate my assignments for the week and stuff like that. So that's how I took it. Like drafting in my career is gonna be by having a planner. I already do this by having a planner. Also, drafting on my reports as a CSI agent will come in handy because it'll be a way of taking notes and organizing myself. So whenever I'll have a case have a case and things I need to investigate, I would make notes apart from actually before I do an actual report. I would write everything I saw, everything that I need to include in my reports, and then as a way of making it as notes, and then from there I would transfer that into a clean sheet of paper and do everything the actual final report. So yeah, that's a way of me drafting everything. Not everything, but drafting my future my future job. I hope I can continue having my planners and stuff because planners are actually really helpful. Okay, so for question 2, okay, I have 2 minutes. Okay, question 2, which is talking about the research process. Okay, I'm gonna cut it here because I am almost gonna hit the 15 minutes on this. So I'll see you on the next one.